Well, hello everyone. This is Sherry Joy Collier coming to you from my studio, my art studio here in East Tennessee. This is actually a video that I am doing after a video that I went through and talked about using these worksheets that I'm making called the Feelings Worksheet. And these are to help shift feelings that we're struggling with from negative to more empowered, truthful feelings and thoughts. And this comes from an exercise that I used for many, many years as a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I specialized in expressive arts therapy. So this exercise, in video 1, I taught the worksheet and what you do with the worksheet. And then this is the video where I'm going to do the healing drawing. So there's 2 drawings in the worksheet. The first drawing, you actually draw the expressive drawing that expresses the negative feeling. So let's say you were feeling very, very sad. So you would have drawn your very sad little drawing right here to kind of depict that. And then this is going to be the healing drawing. So the verse that I'm working with, which this will make more sense if you go back and listen to that video, which I will put the link to that video in the description below. The verse that I'm working from is, "When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of all their troubles. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit." Psalm 34, 17 through 18. And I sure would love it if you would comment below with your favorite verse, your go-to verse, when you're feeling sad or down or discouraged. So this verse is what I'm actually going to draw the healing image. I'm going to paint it. And I'm just using craft paints for this. And this is my art journal. It's a mixed media pad so that the paper is just a little bit thicker to stand up to the acrylics. And so I'm going to kind of go through this quickly. I already have the image in my mind. I came up with it when I was using the example of being depressed, sad, blue, feeling blue, down, many different words for kind of the same feeling. And so I already have this image in my mind. And so this is the healing image. And what I saw in my head and want to draw, paint, is I want to start with a heart. So let me get a paintbrush. I want to find a paintbrush there. This will work right here. That has a little bit of a slant to it. Okay, so I'm going to go in, and this is Tuscan red. And I thought, oh yeah, that's a beautiful red. And I want to make my heart kind of nice Tuscan red. And I'm just, because this is, the purpose of this painting is to shift emotions. You don't worry at all about having everything look perfect or pretty even. You just are expressing your emotions. And in this case, we're expressing what imagery and colors and shapes go along with the Bible verse that I read. And let's just remind ourselves again. When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of all their troubles. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. And so when I was reading this verse, I immediately thought of a heart. And of course, this heart has a little bit of a broken thing in it, which, because it's super duper wet, I'm going to wait and I'm going to put a little bit of a black or gray or something to show kind of the broken heart. So we're going to start with the heart here. And then what I kind of pictured in my mind, oh, and I didn't get water. So, I guess I have no choice, but I have to go to a different paintbrush here. Let me grab, I think this one will do nicely. Okay, so now what I saw was the Lord. I saw like the Shekinah glory of the Lord. And I'm using this beautiful saffron yellow. and the glory of the Lord. So I'm just kind of imagining that the Lord is kind of just, his Shekinah glory is just over here, almost like a big, wonderful sunshine, a warm, warm sunshine. And this is going to just shine all over this heart. So I'm just going to kind of pull out some of that yellow toward the heart. And I'm just kind of like almost enwrapping or enveloping the heart in a very nice warm hug. Okay, now I'm starting to kind of envision like these rays of this beautiful golden color, and they're kind of coming out and around. And this is just kind of what I was picturing in my mind when I pictured the Lord coming in to help this poor little heart. And I'm getting some of that red on my brush, and I'm actually kind of liking how it's blending in and it's warming up that yellow even more. So I'm just gonna go ahead and allow that to be like that. Let's see if we can't pull that in. Some of that nice warm red. Just pull it right in. And I'm going to even pull some of that up here. So just pulling that in on my wet paint in just a few spots. Not everywhere, just in a few. And then I want to go back and I want to get some more of that beautiful yellow. And let's actually pull this into like a big ball. And I'm just having fun here. I'm just being expressive. I'm not thinking about having it look a certain way necessarily. Just kind of something that reminds me that God and his beautiful Shekinah glory. Oh, that's kind of a pretty color, actually. It's a lovely little orange. So I'm going to pull that. I'm going to pull some wet sunbeam color right into that and just spread that around. That's a pretty color. Sometimes these little things that happen by accident end up making it pretty. See how it just kind of is so nice and warm? It's like a big warm hug from the Lord. Okay, so there's that. I also had in my mind, I wanted to put a little bit of champagne gold. Oh boy, I've got to shake that a lot better. I don't know if this champagne gold is any good anymore. It might not be. It's been sitting around for quite a while. Let's see if I can get some gold. Okay, so now let's see if I can't put a little bit of gold in there too, just a few spots. And it's champagne gold, so it's not a bright gold. It has a little bit of a shine to it, a little bit of glitter in there. So maybe I can kind of wrap that around. I don't know if you're able to see the glitteriness of it, but I can see it in person and it's really pretty. So again, I might just streak some of that in, just in a few places. I may or may not like that. I don't want to dampen that beautiful, bright sunbeam that I had achieved. So I'm actually going to pull sunbeam back in over the top of that and really brighten that gold, where I put that gold. Okay, there. So there's some gold. Okay, now kind of the other thing that I had in my mind, I had some beautiful like blues, some beautiful blue sky that also the Lord gave us such beauty in the sky. And I even picked up this this teal mint too. So I'm just gonna put a few drops, just a couple of drops, because that's darker. And then I might even grab some white, put just a smidgen of white on here. And then what do? We grab a new brush because I didn't put any water. Let's grab this one, nice big brush. Okay, and then I'm just gonna start kind of putting that on the side here. And I see like a wispy kind of a sky, a little bit of a wispiness to it over here. And it's even gonna work its way kind of over here into this. So you can see that it just pretty much blended together. So I'm gonna pull a little bit more of this in. Okay, there. And that'll give my brush plenty so it doesn't get dry. Okay, now I wanna slow my brush down just a little bit, and I wanna pull it right in next to that heart, right in some of these smaller nooks here. And whoops, I got some red on my brush. I didn't want to do that. So I want this blue to be really just blue. Okay, so let's pull in a little bit of blue down into these fingers of the warm, beautiful glory light of the Lord. So pull it right down into here. And then I've got to pull just a little bit more out here. Okay, I'm just going straight on the paper just for sake of time, really, is what I'm doing. And then I do want to pull in some blue over here. I just feel like that'll pull it all together. So pulling the blue right down here, and let me tell you, this is so much fun. It's so very calming and relaxing because I don't have to think about making this look like anything. This is just between me and the Lord in my art journal. And later, it's so much fun. I love going back through my art journals, and when I find a piece like this that I've painted in response to a verse, it just is so much fun to go back and see them, to see what I came up with in the past. And you can kind of see how things change and evolve over time too. Like you may really think of the glory of God warming your broken heart in this case, but in another instance, you may have a completely different verse come to mind. You may have a different need for different imagery and different colors. So these are just really fun paintings to find later on. Okay, so I've got some nice coverage here. I did want to I just kind of want to pull here. I'm going to put that right on my brush, actually. And I'm just going to pull that right over that red. I just didn't want that red in my blue. I just didn't want it. That's all there is to it. Just didn't want it there. Okay. I think I better stop there because I don't have water to rinse my brush. And so I'm just going to start smearing stuff. So I'm going to stop there, but I am going to grab just a little bit. I don't think I'm going to use black. I think I'm going to use brown, melted chocolate, to show that my heart was broken. And I don't want it to be a big crack because it's getting healed. This is the healing imagery after all. So I'm just going to kind of show, we'll just do like a little crack like that. That's the broken heart. Okay. There it is. And later, I may choose to actually write the verse in here somewhere or even over here. But for now, I'm calling that good. I'm leaving it alone. And I feel a lot better after painting this one. So thank you for joining me very much. I appreciate it. Hope you can like and share this video with someone who might enjoy it. And we'll see you next time. Take care.